Yo everyone! So, last video got the rear subframey stuff in to, well, the rear space frame stuff off the chassis to mount the subframe to. Got all that done. Still need to finish tigging it, but as you can see, it's currently upside down, which is pretty scary, not gonna lie. But the good old rotisserie home built spit I built is holding up pretty well. I do have some bits wedged underneath just in case to catch it if it does go. But I did that a week ago before I went on holiday, and I went on holiday for a week, come back and it's still in the same place. So, happy days. Anyway, today's job is gonna fit the front arms, hopefully. Like the training arms, the pivots. I'll show you, that'll be easier. So, these bits. So, obviously they've got to sit in the car somewhere, which means I've got to cut a hole in the chassis. Now there is mounting points where the original rear beam sat, so I know this is nice and solid and thick all around here. As you can see, it kind of does go onto this sill a bit, but I'm tempted to either cut that off and move it around, but I don't know. But I've marked it anyway, I've got it level, got it roughly where I think both of them should be in the right place. And I'm going to cut the bolts and sink them in. Well, that's the idea anyway. Yeah, so sink them down. Fingers crossed that'll give you enough travel. There'll be enough movement in it. Again, as you can see, well, let me move the camera a bit so you can see. But obviously, that's the chassis rail, the curve of the chassis rail. So once that's sunk in, I should have enough movement in and around there for that to work. If not, I'll have to chop some more bits out, won't I? So I'm down here for a couple of hours, and that is tonight's job. Not sure what's going to happen or how it's going to go, but don't know. Cut some holes, go from there. It's the best idea, isn't it? Yeah. Just cut some holes, some more holes in it. Left it. Sound. Enjoy. Cheers, guys. Bye.
You bring it back.
Couldn't do it.
You bring it back.
You couldn't do it.
You bring it back.
You couldn't do it.
You bring it back.
Couldn't do it. You could never ever bring me down. Couldn't do it then, couldn't do it now. You could take my style, try to take my sound. But you could never ever bring me down. You could never ever bring me down. Couldn't do it then, couldn't do it now. You could take my style, try to steal my sound, but you could never ever bring me down. They second guess me for a minute now. I guess I gotta push it to the limit now. Certified with the lines, I need a pennant now. War ready, I've been spitting like a damn lieutenant now. Everybody need a gimmick now. I feel like everybody tries to fucking mimic now. I'm mastering my craft like I'm Leroy. Been a student of the game, fuck a decoy. I'm on my b-boy, shit is back to the basics. Back in the days when we was rolling in them Asics. Allen I shit, man I'm talking about the Asics. Now I got the sickest wave of love, because my basic they do it all for the wrong attainment. Meanwhile trapped in some type of mental containment. I do it for the art, not the entertainment.
Hey guys, what's up? So I didn't record all that because it was a pain. I'm like day 3 or a couple like 6 hours in. It was not as easy as I thought it was going to be. I had to go borrow plasma off for me in the end. But as you can see, I have some big holes in my chassis legs. Be alright, he says, be fine. Might fold. Nah, it won't be fine. I've got this big thing holding it anyway now, so. Yeah. They're in position. Really. Woo! Let's have a look, I'll show you. Alright, so there you go. sunk down. They're going to be poking out a little bit, but I never had this car that low anyway, so well, if you get level, they'll be poking out that much. Which ain't the end of the world. Like I said, never really had this level. And plus, once this goes down, so this bit up here will obviously be down at an angle, so won't be that bad. So I've cut 2 big ass holes in my chassis legs for this.
In love with the drums and the music arrangement. You could never ever bring me down. Couldn't do it then, couldn't do it now. You could take my style, try to take my sound. But you could never ever bring me down. You could never ever bring me down. Couldn't do it then, couldn't do it now. You could take my style, try to steal my sound. But you could never ever bring me down. They never show you love if you win a prize. I learned that way back when I had an enterprise. It flipped sides when I went to work for Enterprise. All that negative energy, it kept me energized. I rose from the bass and treble, this a different pedal. Olympic torch shit, aiming for a different medal. Don't be a spawn of a spawn like Frank Castle. The mentality is hated like a prank or hassle. Everything is catastrophic on another level. Middle finger to the devils that call me a rebel. I've been working for God, I feel like Al Simmons. Visions of blade, but I'm in some different linens. You can try to play me, but you can't spot my winnings. It's a dirty game they playing and it's never ending. Resume, no need to talk about my resume. I sit back, I write my raps and let it resonate. You could never ever bring me down. Couldn't do it then, couldn't do it now. You could take my style, try to take my sound. But you could never ever bring me down. You could never ever bring me down. Couldn't do it then, couldn't do it now. You could take my style, try to steal my sound. But you could never ever bring me down. Check it, all that hating is irrelevant. People talking shit is irrelevant. All that hating shit irrelevant. Going harder than I ever went. Going harder than I ever went. All that hater shit is irrelevant. Hater shit's irrelevant.
Woo. So yeah, played pretty much. Yeah, it's in there. It's solid. I'd say it's pretty rock hard. Some of it was really shit to weld, so I couldn't get all the dirt and the grease and the crap off it. But move you up a bit now, so you can actually see me a little bit more. Yeah, so it was a bit of a pain, but it's done. So that's the main thing. So all I got to do now is do the same on the other side, and then I can see about mounting points for these arms. I'll just quickly show you. It in the hole. Wind it down a bit. There we go. So, check this out. Yeah, so it's in there. I've got plenty of room around it. I've got room for, because you can see these are slotted, so there will be adjustment. Obviously these are locked together at the moment, so it's quite hard to move them, but get the other sides playing me up. I need to get the other side in properly. But yeah, there is adjustment, it does move. So I just need to do the same on this one, and then yeah, so again it will be plate it up, plate the bottom inside, and then and then yeah, weld it all up. So starting to get places, very slowly. It's a bit more trickier than I thought it was going to be, but kind of everything's been like that on this so far. So yeah, I'm going to cut a load of plate up the other side, and then we are ready to start putting mounting points in for the 3 bolts. And then, what's after that? Oh, I got to finish TIG welding the underneath of the space frame stuff I made. So these welds need TIGging, so I'm going to do that while it's upside down. And I might go over the floor while it's upside down, and just any more holes or like bits and bobs that need doing, I might do that as well. I won't record that because you've seen enough of me welding rust holes up. And then yeah, we flip it back up. Start looking at suspension. I'll probably put some wheels on it. I might put like the engine back in and the front suspension, put some wheels on it, and maybe rest it down with a set of wheels on and just see what it looks like. See how badly everything's out and nothing's gonna work, and I'll cry and go home. Nah, hopefully it'll be alright. Sound, cheers guys. Hey guys, what's up? So, it is quite a few days later, because that was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Like, a lot harder. There was a lot more shit in the way, and yeah, it was trickier than I thought it was going to be, basically. Let's just leave it at that. But I will show you now that we have bolts. It's officially bolted in. Like all the way around. It's bolted in. That's bolted in. That's bolted in. So, I'll show you. I didn't record it all because it was an absolute mission, and yeah, I've just been getting down here in between work and stuff, just trying to get stuff done as and when I can, so I haven't been able to record a lot of it. We take that out. Take that out. Take that out. Crap recording, but boom. So, looks a bit messy at the moment, but I'll tidy it all up. So, yeah, obviously cut the hole. I can't remember what I put in it, but yeah, cut the hole, got the rough shape, plated the edges all the way around, and that was kind of my base to go from. I then got some 3mm box, it was captive nuts, welded some plates with captive nuts on the end, bolted them in, got it in place, tacked those in, took it all off, fully welded that box section in. Then from there I've literally got around and reinforced all of that around the box, basically, as you can see. So plated it all, the lot. So yeah, it's nice and solid now. Obviously cutting that large amount of the actual chassis leg out was a bit worrying, but with all this in now, it should be alright. And that's the original part of the chassis leg there, that strip, which I left in. One, because I wanted to get this as low as I possibly could, and if I plated over the top of it, it would have raised this a little bit more, because it's all a bit uneven. Two, I didn't want to cut any more out of that, because that's attached to the floor, so there was a little bit of structure there still with that in place. So I've left that, and yeah, so, and that just goes there and bolts up. So, with that said, we can now flip it over. I'm going to flip it back over. Actually, that's a lie. What I'm going to do is do some more, get some more weld on these bits of frame from the underneath while it's upside down. I'll just TIG some more of that, and these plates as well while it's upside down. I'm just going to run some welds round them. Flip flip it upside down. No, scrap that. I'm not going to flip it upside down. So these bars are obviously stopping it going anywhere, like any lower. So what I'm going to do is mark the sides and just temporarily, basically, just make a way, just sort of make a notch and weld it, take it off, weld it to the table so it stays solid, then do a notch, then bring it back and put it back on, and then we'll have the movement. Does sit high-ish, obviously this bit will obviously be down at an angle. The idea is it's going to kind of flow with it. I'm fingers crossed, obviously it's all, I'm learning, but I'm hoping this isn't going to foul too much. I've actually offered a wheel up with a tyre and everything. There's not actually a huge amount of movement in that anyway, so I'm not going low, so it's not going to be massively low anyway. So yeah, so next job is chuck a bit of weld on the rear space frame and cut these and modify these arms, so then I can flip it over, put the wheels on, drop it on the floor. Sweet. See you in a minute. Hey. Hey guys, so modded those arms, so now that all moves nicely and has loads of travel. Oh, and this bit is fine, car's never going to go that low. So, time to flip over, so cue the fast forwarding.
The flower, big body Yukon niggas like icons. I'm with them crossing pylons to dealing with pythons. Clickbait, I don't fuck around when the mic's on. You ain't lit unless you fight to keep the lights on. They really out here trying to kill hunger. If that's the case, they gon' paint me just like Killmonger. You gotta keep fighting while you still younger. They try to box you in forever, that's a still slumber. 6 feet under if you gotta really wonder. I refuse to be another motherfucking number. Hear my cry, here go my fucking roll of thunder. I built this brick by brick and I ain't using lumber. My art been solid, I got some ceramics.
That's hard work. Get sweat on doing that shit. There we go, guys. Just back over. No more boat. Just a good, solid Corrado. Yeah. So happy days, really. Next is I need to have a tidy up because there's shit everywhere, and I want to get the engine and the subframe back in so I can put the front suspension on, put some wheels on it and see what it looks like. Oh yeah, look, new welder. Woo. Treated myself. New Arctic. AC/DC, fully digital, so I can now do alley, so custom inlet manifold and header tanks and whatnot will be happening as well now, which is happy days. Yeah, so cool. Let's get the front end back together. Cheers. Yo guys, what's up? So, I can't remember what I said in the last video. I'm so shit at these. Keep forgetting to record stuff, keep forgetting to charge the battery on camera. So shit. Yeah, so as you saw, I've got the rear end in pretty much all the way now. I had to do cut those lower arms just so I could get it around the chassis. I literally did a proper little bodge just so I can get them back on, basically. I'm going to make some tubular ones because I'm going to buy some camber adjustable ones for the lowers, and I'm going to make some for the top with a bend in, so they'll just be straight, have a bend, and then straight again, and then have heim joints on each end. And then they'll be adjustable somewhere in there as well. Ideally the whole rear end, I'm just going to replace everything where I can with heim joints or rose joints, whatever you call them. So yeah, did that, banged it back in, and now we are at this stage. We're back round. Ain't a boat no more. Oh yeah, and yeah, got some wheels on it. I have a soft spot for 3 spokes. I always have done. 0 fucks. I reckon a badass. And I paid nothing for them. They weigh nothing. They're proper sort of decent wheels. Volks racing wheels. 2-piece, forged 2-piece and then welded together. They weigh nothing. They're 17 by 9. Can't remember the ET on them. But I like them. I reckon they look pretty cool. Something different for a Corrado. I'm going to have some nice big brakes behind them. So they look quite cool, I reckon. Some big old fat chunky tyres, which will be good. But yeah, so she's back round. That is all in and solid. Once I get to the stage of taking it all back out, I need to fully weld all those joins on that frame. But I can get to that as and when. But yeah, got the engine in. Engine's back in, subframe's back in. Put the coilovers back on. Oh yeah, these wheels do have flat spots in them. I've got to get them repaired, that's why they were cheap. But hey yo. Coilovers back on the front. Top mounts, whatnot. So yeah. Look, check this out. Let me just put you down somewhere where you can be seen. What about there? Oh. Hang on. Trying to put you somewhere you can see what's going on. God damn it. Oh, that'll do. Anyway, watch. That's suspension. I have a lot of suspension. It hits there, but that's plenty. I ain't gonna be running it that low. I'm not even sure where that is. I think that's the lower arm. The armour adjusted. So I ain't gonna be running it that low anyway. So plenty of travel. And obviously the opposite way. That, to be fair, put it back up to there. That's realistically, it's probably even lower than I'm going to run it. That's probably, I reckon by the time there's a big tyre on there, I won't be able to run it that low anyway, but I'm not fussed about running it low, I just want it to handle well. The camera on this is pretty dramatic at the moment, as you can see. So that's where the adjustable arms are going to come into play. Get it all, lined up better. I'm unsure on fitment on these. Looking at it, I mean, they might poke, I don't know. By the time they've got a big tyre on, they might do. So I'm not sure what to do body-wise. I had plans of running fender flares, not crappy bolt-on ones, some custom ones, and making some up. But I don't know, I might not need to now. But I kind of like the look of bolt-on flares, something a bit different. Custom flares. So yeah, so that's on. We're all good. Next is going to be suspension, rear suspension. So I need to work out the rear suspension. Do have a plan for it. I'm not going to tell you because that's boring. You can watch it unfold as I try and make it work. We'll see. But yeah, I've got to make suspension for in here. I do need to order some bits and bobs for that to work. So I need to get on eBay. I've already got some shocks that I think are going to do the job. So yeah, that is that really. Once the rear shocks suspension's done, I can then more or less drop it on the floor completely off axle stands and yeah, it will be self-supporting as such. And yeah, we can go from there. It'll be the roll cage after the suspension, so I'm going to build my own roll cage, like the rear subframey space frame bit. I've never done anything like that, so I will be giving it a go. Luckily, a good friend of mine's going to lend me his hydraulic tube bender, so I'll drag that down here, order a load of tubing, and just give it a go. Really, could be an expensive experiment, but hey ho, you got to learn. I got to learn somehow. And the best way, as I have shown you, is just to get stuck in and give it a go, and go from there. So yeah, what else have we got planned? So we got rear suspension, roll cage. Need to get the prop back in and like that center donut pivot area in place. So because I drilled off the original mount because it just didn't work, so I've either got to copy something, make something like this, similar to this, but more suited for the Corrado, or just make something completely different. So yeah, I need to do that. What else have we got to do? Christ, the list goes on. After that, I'm going to be doing, as I said, I've got a new AC/DC TIG, so I can now do alley welding at home rather than just at work. So I'm going to make a custom inlet. Going to do a custom manifold for the turbo. Probably, don't know what to do. I've done the Sidewinder style manifold and had the turbo sort of sat there-ish. Might do that again, but have a little bit higher so it's poking out the hood. I always liked the idea of that. Or do I have a custom one coming out here and have the turbo facing forward, so the intake's there and the downpipe goes straight down there? I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? I was toying on the idea of twin turbos, just for shits and giggles, basically. And then there was an idea of having two turbos sat, sort of have one there and one there, if you know what I mean. But it's just hassle, and piping and whatnot, it just makes more work. So I just want a reliable, nice, decent boosting, single turbo setup, like I used to have. That's good for a bit of track day, bit of road fun, the odd hill climb here and there, and just and a bit of anything really. Still not, even though I've done a lot of turbo work, I'm still not amazing when it comes to selecting the right turbo. The GT35 copy that I had on it, that actually did spool quite nicely at decent revs. So I don't know, if you've got any recommendations, I want boost, not too early, so like around the $3,500 mark, and then like nice boost all the way through. That would be good. If anyone's got any recommendations, read online, loads of people, there's a lot of people use a lot of different turbos, but they've all got different applications. So the drag boys use big late boosting turbos, you know, street guys use, some guys use, what is it, like precision 66, 67, that seems quite small, so I reckon that'd be early boost. I'm not sure. Hey, let me know, see what you think, let me know what you think, and go from there. So that is it for this video. I know it's not been the most interesting video, but we're actually getting somewhere. It's come on a long way. I'm just gonna lean on the table here and enjoy it for a second. I mean, I'm happy with the way it's coming on. I'm excited to do the suspension, I'm excited to do the roll cage, and crack on basically. Once all that's done, it's going to be back to boring old metalwork and put a floor pan in the back and finish getting rid of all the crap I don't want on the inside and welded up any more little holes that are here and there and just tidying everything up. So that's it guys. I will see you on the next video, which hopefully will be suspension time. It's going to be fun. You literally are going to be, yeah, well, we're just going to make it up as we go along, pretty much. So, cheers, guys, and enjoy. See ya. Bye.